The deflationary effect of technology is dramatic. In the future, purchasing a car that now costs 60,000 US dollars, maybe that car, when it's done fully automatically, could cost $6,000. Maybe the food and groceries that you go to buy now, that cost you a few $100s per shopping trip, manufactured at scale, fully automatically and locally, could be the fraction of the cost.
What if AI and robotics could unlock a future where everyone can afford everything, from food and energy to healthcare and education? In this episode of Mindblowers, we sit down with Dalibor Rohac, a techno-optimist, thought leader, and former global CIO program leader at Deloitte, to explore whether humanity is heading toward abundance or collapse.
What I think is happening is that technology evolution, technology deployment, and technology promise is already taking us on this path where its deployment across industries and sectors and geographies is going to result in a steady but inevitable decline in costs of all goods and services that technology is going to allow us to produce sustainably at a mass scale, and ultimately bringing us to a point where all goods and all services will be affordable and available to everyone, meeting all of their needs for sustenance, for example, right? All of those needs. And while this concept is not necessarily new, philosophers have spoken about, the utopian world. Economists have been playing with this concept. I think that we are now within visible reach of that state. Not only are we within visible reach of that state, I think it's actually inevitable. It's inevitable that we are going to get there. It is inevitable because of the simple market forces that will drive deployment of technology to its logical full potential. And that logical full potential will effectively mean that everything is fully automated and fully autonomous, and therefore productions of costs of goods and services is delivered at a fraction of the cost that we currently have, effectively allowing us to be able to afford access to all goods and services. Artificial intelligence that supersedes the intelligence of humans, fueled by ever-increasing compute power. That's number 3, right? Now, what is then number 4? Number 4, in my opinion, is full automation and full autonomy. Full automation and full autonomy. That's the piece that is going to actually drive down the costs of goods and services to their least. Now, it is also important to think about why would that happen. As long as we preserve open market and market economy, competitive forces should be driving the costs of goods and services down as firms fully automate and achieve full autonomy. Now, to me, that is going to be a critical question. How long will that take? And that is the piece that has already started virtually through AI systems and now AI agents, but will be rocket fueled as autonomous driving becomes the norm, and as autonomous robots, and especially humanoid robots, become the norm, right? So number 4 is that full automation and full autonomy. Imagine what would be possible at this point. So we have plentiful energy. So energy is not an issue. We have closed fully the resource loop, and we have a circular economy potential. We have everyone connected and available to participate. We have full automation and autonomy. At this point, we are getting damn close to realizing the potential. two more factors are needed. One is the optimized supply chain to further reduce costs of these goods and services, driving them to their absolute theoretical minimum. And when I say optimized supply chain, what that means is having systems that will be automatically understanding the needs of a consumer and organizing the most efficient and effective delivery of such products to that consumer, right? So the way I would describe it is like for individuals, for people at home, for example, that your fridge is going to know your food preferences, right? How much you eat, what you like, what you don't like. The automatic systems are going to be ordering just enough of that food that you need prepared for your next day or two. That automatic delivery systems will be delivering the ingredients to your home, and that your friendly robot at home is going to cook this for you, and it will be done automatically in the most cost efficient, energy efficient way, right? That is an example of fully optimized supply chain. So take that concept and apply it to everything else. Apply to everything else to the point where we might no longer need warehouses behind stores. We might no longer need stores at all. All of this could actually be happening automatically from the point of manufacturing to the actual consumer. So that's number 5, optimized supply chain.